Hey everybody, this is Natalie from Light of Ascension Tarot. Thank you for being here. Today's reading is called Pick a Master Teacher for Guidance, okay? So I have 4 different master teachers here, ancient teachers here for you guys to choose from, and I chose them at random from this Keepers of the Light deck, which is a really awesome deck I've worked with for a long time. It has a lot of ascended masters and teachers in this deck, okay? So these were randomly chosen for each pile, and then each pile has a set of pre-shuffled cards, oracle cards, and tarot cards to go with it. For those of you, a couple of quick announcements. For those of you who are interested in watching my other channel, Power Moon Tarot by Natalie H. I have another tarot channel. And on that channel, I do primarily 18+ reading, love and romance readings, things of that nature. So if you're interested in joining me on my other channel, I will drop a link in the description box for how you can do that. And also, if you'd like to follow me on Instagram or TikTok, details for how to do that will be in my description box. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into each Ascended Master here. So for pile number 1, if you're drawn to Lord Ganesh, you will choose pile number 1, okay? And the card says Lord Ganesh, Infinite Abundance, okay? So if you're drawn to pile number 1, you can go directly to the timestamp to access your pile. You can watch more than one pile too. Obviously, you may have one that you're first drawn to and then a second or a third. You're absolutely welcome to listen to all the piles if you like. We have pile number 2, Lord Shiva, and the word on this card is transcendence. So if you are attracted to Lord Shiva, you'll pick pile number 2. And we have pile number 3 is Krishna. If you're attracted to Krishna, you will pick pile number 3 on Krishna's card. It says devotion, okay? And for pile number 4, we have Joan of Arc. And if you are drawn to Joan of Arc or the Voice of Truth, you'll pick pile number 4. So 4 piles to choose from, 4 master teachers here, and we're gonna go ahead and get into it. And we're looking at guidance for your life, okay? So that is what we are working on here today. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the other piles aside for now, and we're gonna go ahead and get into pile number 1. Okay, let's do it. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose Lord Ganesh, Infinite Abundance, as your master teacher to help guide your reading today. And under this card, it says obstacles are being removed, spiritual support and connections are increasing. So you guys have a message from Lord Ganesh about infinite abundance, allowing beauty, love, abundance, money, success, right? All of that into your life, okay? And also offering a message of spiritual support and connections. So some of you are going to be expanding your circle and meeting more members of your soul tribe is what I feel here too, pile number 1. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. Spirits, angels, and guides, please be with me here today as I work into the energy of pile number 1, getting them specific guidance from Lord Ganesh, please and thank you. Let's do it, guys. So let's go ahead and see what life advice is coming out here for you, pile number 1. We have transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups. Oh my gosh, we have 2 women seated on a throne here. We have this woman here with this transformation. And then we also have the Queen of Cups. We have you getting, well, and we have the Emperor. We have a 3rd throne, okay? Got a lot of throne action going on here. We have the bee, the yoni, the feminine experience, the divine feminine, the honeybee coming out. How sweet it is, right? Infinite abundance, Lord Ganesh. How sweet it is to be loved by you, right? We have meditation. Take a moment to connect to Source through quiet reflection and meditation. This is going to help this transformation here. We have completion. I knew this card was going to come out. We have the World card. It's finding that missing piece of the puzzle. Okay, so some of you here, I feel like, are changing. It's almost like you're going into your DNA and emotionally rewiring yourself and going into deep meditation to find that piece that you've been missing. Okay, it's that one piece that you're like, I just can't put my finger on it. I don't know what it is, but it's that one final piece of the puzzle. All right, and there's something about your emotional body here that has to do with your business or your success model, because you have the Emperor energy here. Let's see what else we get. We have morality. So we've got this energy where we feel like we are not really able to express ourselves the way we want to, or our hands are tied, or we can't finish what we started. I'm getting that energy, pile number one, that you may have dealt with that. Ooh, we have the Master, right? So not only do you guys have Lord Ganesh coming through, but you also have a very wise, old Merlin type of a figure here, like a magician coming through, a very wise old ancient soul magician here. And doesn't this master, doesn't he look like the Emperor? All right, so there is a specific someone coming into your life, pile number one, that's going to help you change your life. And this person is coming through the lens here of Lord Ganesh. And I think this is going to create a lot of, the honeybee, right? We make that honey. We keep things sweet. We keep things moving, right? That energy is, I feel like you guys are going to be attracting a specific person in your life who they may seem like kind of a hard ass at first, or that they don't let anything slip past them. But this person's actually deeply emotional, and they're here to assist you with your transformation. And some of you may already get an inkling of who this is, and it's like you just need to meditate on it, okay? And this is someone that's going to help you release whatever was holding you back and causing you to feel like your hands are tied, okay? And feel like you're in a mental prison, I feel like, for some of you. Some of you in pile number one, you could be suffering from headaches or body aches, I feel like, and Lord Ganesh is here to sweeten that up, to sweeten up the body, to release your DNA, to give you some release from everything that you've been carrying here. Yeah, so we've got this Master coming through with meditation. We have sanctuary, healing and comfort, faith and restoration. Yeah, so, it's for here, I was really stuck on the spiritual support here, okay? And finding sanctuary, finding the place that you belong, right? Because the bee doesn't know, the bee doesn't know what draws it to the flower. It just and it's making honey, and it's doing it with a community and a group, and it's drawn to the flower, but it just goes for it naturally, all right? And I feel like you guys in pile number one are changing and growing. It's like you're becoming very sovereign about your emotionality and how you choose to engage with others, okay? And a lot of you are creating a space where you can just have sanctuary and be with yourself in peaceful meditation. I do feel like that is third eye portal. And look at this puzzle piece is coming right in on the third eye, right above the Queen of Cups. So some of you here in this pile who are psychics, who are intuitives or creatives, you guys are going to start this clairvoyant vision, and any confusion is going to be banished here. And I feel like your guys' minds are really going to be calm and peaceful, but at the same time, your intuition is flowing and expanding, pile number one. And wouldn't you know, I feel like here with Ganesh, some of you guys talk about busting through obstacles and creating space for yourself. With the Emperor, that's about as good as it gets, right? Some of you guys may be in healing professions or healthcare, or you may be spiritual type healers or psychics, etc. like I said, or you may be healing others in the body. You may be emotionally healing others. But, to do that, it's like you need to clear out a lot of space in yourself. I feel like Spirit is saying here. And for too long, I feel like you guys have been kind of hanging back, right? But this Emperor is so activated you know, he or she is not even sitting down anymore. They're literally standing up, and they're like, you know, this is the way it's gonna be, all right? So I feel this very strong, determined energy coming through Ganesh here and saying, you know, this is the way it is, this is the way it's gonna be, and this is the law of the land, okay, is what I feel like you're kind of saying here, pile number one. And my hands aren't tied anymore. I can finally make the decisions that I want to make. That missing piece of the puzzle is coming in. I'm changing things at a deep cellular level through meditation and communicating with my guide here. And I'm finding a lot of sanctuary with like-minded people and sweet spiritual support, okay? We see Jupiter in abundance. Oh my God, look at that money. Look at that abundance, pile number one. Let me just make it rain on you for a minute, pile number one, make it rain, right? And you know, of course, like, you know, as I always say about money and abundance, like it's not, you know, a lot of people get uncomfortable with that, like the idea of making money or taking their spiritual gifts and making money with it, right? But you have to kind of get over that as well, I feel, because, you know, we are on the earth plane. It is part of the reality that we live in here. And, you know, there needs to be fair energy exchanges with what you're doing. Like with Jupiter, it's like what you can do for others, pile number one, is like really awesome. It's really big. It's really life-changing. And it's really, you know, it's really supporting others. I feel like pile number one, supporting yourself, supporting others, supporting the planet. And, you know, and I think, you know, one thing that's helpful to remind, like your guides know and they see everything that you do, but it's almost like through meditation, reminding yourself, reminding your guides, reminding the universe here of all the steps that you've taken to help others and help them find their sovereignty, and just stating out to the universe, like, this is what I intend for myself too. You know, and we always say we don't want to give with the expectation that we'll receive something back. And I agree. We may give and not get anything back from that particular person. But I also think too, if we're giving from a genuine place, we can absolutely ask the universe to return, you know, threefold, tenfold, return that abundance to us because our heart's in the right place, okay? So that's what I'm feeling, pile number one, for you. And then we have brilliance. Oh my God, look at this. This is from the Sacred Earth deck here. And this is brilliance. So this is talking, and I'm really focused on her head here and the light that's coming from her head, and really seeing her looking at things in a new way, all right? And I'm loving the purple. It reminds me of this third eye portal right here. It's like you guys are gonna be brilliantly shining, all right? Brilliantly changing, brilliantly transforming here. And you know, and it's definitely a mind thing, a mindset for you, pile number one, I feel. And that's gonna get your once you kind of work through the meditation, the mind thing, and transforming your mind that way, I feel like everything else comes into place. Your abundance with your business. For those of you that are entrepreneurs, get ready, because this Emperor looks like a huge crowd is about to descend and is going to start asking for their services, okay? So, you know, get ready, because bigger is sometimes, you know, bigger and better and bolder and expansion. I mean, it's fun, right? But it's also like, whoa, you know, I feel like this Emperor's a little surprised, like, whoa, 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 right? It's like when we ask for things tenfold back and we've been giving and we ask for that back from Spirit, it's like Spirit, you know, brings it back in real, in a lot. It comes back tenfold, okay? So that is what I am feeling here for you, pile number one. I do feel like some of you guys need to have a really nice space in your home that feels like a place where you can be really receptive, really meditate, and really ask Spirit to help return this energy for you. And I feel like that is the first step on focusing on this. The next is meditation. The next is working on your intuitive abilities and your spirituality. And then the fourth thing here is and your acts of service that you've done for others, pile number one. And then the next thing here is just a full on rush that's going to happen, I feel, for you, pile number one. I hope you enjoyed your messages. You can definitely tune into pile number two if it suits you, pile number one. I feel like we could go longer and deeper with the messages, but that is what I have for today. Thank you so much, pile number one. Like, share, and subscribe. Okay, let's move on to pile number two. Pile number two, you chose Lord Shiva as your master teacher today to help you with some guidance. And Lord Shiva says, rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. Okay, so transcendence and change with Lord Shiva. And I love the hand up like that in a benediction. Basically a greeting, a cosmic greeting here, and showing us the flower of life, what it looks like here as well. All right, and Shiva, of course, and look at the snake, right? With Shiva, look at the moon, right? I mean, this energy feels very scorpionic to me. Could feel very Capricorn to me, very scorpionic, pile number two, okay? So we're gonna go into Lord Shiva and transcendence. I'm seeing that dance, I'm seeing that kind of come hither energy with the universe and that kind of dance, right? Where we do this and we sort of magnetize the things towards us that we want, right? And also with transcendence, it's like we push beyond what we knew we could even do, all right? And we, when we think about Lord Shiva, we think about what needs to go to the recycling department too, like what needs to be, recycled and refurbished and refinished into something even bigger, better, and greater, okay? So let's go ahead and get into your reading, pile number two. Let's check it out. Ooh, we have awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, and integration. Yeah, when I talked about refurbishing and remaking and redoing something, here it's like integration, right? An energetic upgrade. So, Shiva, sometimes it's that transcendence. It's moving to that higher mind, right? Like, we know when we're in our lower mind, when we're in our everyday concerns, and that's cool. Like, we need to be there. That's part of the reason we're here. But there's those moments when we truly get into the higher mind, right? And I feel like here, you guys have been having more experiences with that. You've been going through a deep awakening. Deep. And oh, look at that moon. Look at the moon here and look at the moon here. That's Shiva watching over you, pile number two. That's Shiva watching you, watching over you, especially when you sleep and when you're in more of a vulnerable place, okay? I'm getting the initials D and P. D and P here, and I'm also getting an S as well. And I feel like for an S name here, somebody here may be getting a flower or flowers from their significant other, or you may find a flower, a beautiful flower. I just feel like some of you may be receiving a gift of a flower is what I'm feeling. And it's like Shiva's energy watches over you while you sleep at night and helps you transcend here. Okay, we have, oh wow, we have Two of Wands. So examining the world, looking at the world in a new way, pile number two, looking at things in a brand new way. Ooh, the Fool, looking at things in a brand new way again, right? It's so funny with this Fool card because I literally had a dream about this dog in the Fool card in a dream that I had a couple nights ago, and it was trying to bite me. It was kind of like a cross between a tiny polar bear and a dog, and it was really interesting. But with the Fool here and the Two of Wands, it's like anything goes, right? It's like, let's start over. Let's start from the beginning. Let's get excited about what we're doing again. Let's get excited about where we want to go. Let's get excited about new adventures, new trails to discover. Let's get excited about our purpose again. And let's awaken to find ourselves in a new place and in a new world, okay? And let's see what else we have here. Ooh, we have the hyena. I drew this the other day, And it's so funny because this, you know, dog slash, it looks like it's like different than a dog though. This dog is a little more crazy than the usual dog on the Fool. And I feel like it's kind of similar to this hyena, okay? So the hyena sometimes is not looked at as like an animal that you would necessarily, like in a lot of love readings, when I pull the hyena, I'm like somebody has fleas, right? But but let's go ahead and see, because I'm curious about this hyena. We're gonna look at this animal deck and see what it has to say about the hyena, because I feel like this is very important, and it came up a couple days ago on a reading on this channel too. So let's take a look, right? I mean, the fire animals are so interesting in this book. Like, we've got the scorpion, the tarantula, the cobra, right? The cheetah, all these fire animals. Okay, so the hyena is wit, humor, and sarcasm. The hyena personality is a jokester and a crowd pleaser, but below the surface, there are unfulfilled dreams to be realized. When the hyena card appears, it's time to reflect on your reliance on sarcasm and humor to express your truth. Are you using jokes to hide old resentments in relationships or to mask things that you feel uncomfortable discussing? What would happen if you took your goals seriously, okay? When the hyena is out of balance, it can be scrappy, petty, and suspicious. Okay, when it's in balance, it's charming, witty, and fun to be around. And to bring hyena into balance, we need sobriety, okay? Yeah, so wow, pile number 2, does that hit hard for you or what? Like, you know, it's like with the Fool and the Two of Wands, it's like anything goes, right? But at what cost? And I feel like Spirit is saying, you know, find different ways. Like, the dog in this Fool card is really interesting to me because it's aggressive, you know? And the Two of Wands is also, you know, it's a Mars and Aries card. So it's as, you know, aggressive as you can kind of get, right? It's very conquering type of an energy. And so is Shiva in a way. It's like dance, 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 you know, dance on the graves of your enemies kind of energy, right? Here, but with the hyena, it's like we're half dark and we're half light. Like, half the time we may be kind of submerged, and the other half of the time, like when we use our powers for good, right? Pile number 2, and our humor and watching. Yeah, and I do think that is important here, is using humor or wit to kind of laugh off resentments, right? Versus, you know, actually kind of feeling your feelings here, okay? We have inner worlds. Your external world is a reflection of your inner world, okay? So that's a good point here, right? It's like inside and outside. Your outside is a reflection of how you feel on the inside about yourself. So if you meet a crazy barking dog on your path that tries to bite you, there's something about your inner world that is also feeling that way, you know, towards something, right? We have consciousness here coming up. So being really conscious about where you're putting your energy and where you're directing yourself, because I feel like you guys are going to have a lot of energy. If you haven't felt that you're going to have energy lately, or you feel like you haven't been getting enough sleep, get ready to blast off. With the Fool energy and the Two of Wands, it's like it's coming here. Okay, we have control, right? So there's a difference between being aware and trying to control things, is what Spirit is saying here, right? And I think Spirit is going to keep throwing monkey wrenches into things until you kind of see that. Pile number 2, they're going to be like, you know, we're going to keep throwing people on your path that annoy you or aggravate you. We're going to keep throwing, you know, people at you that kind of force you out of situations and into new situations, because you're needing to have this pioneering kind of energy right now. And I get it, you know, like when you're at 0, it's like you do want to try to control things, right? Because things get really out of control when you've got the Two of Wands and the Fool. It's like air with fire, you know, like the airiest air on the fieriest fire, right? So things can get really out of control, and Spirit is saying just be conscious of that energy and don't try to control it, okay? But be conscious of it, okay? So we have Four of Swords and postponement, right? So some of you guys could have feeling like you're wanting to make changes, or you're wanting to try something different and you're feeling frustrated, all right? and you're feeling like things aren't going to change, and that maybe that people are out to get you a little bit, and that others are kind of ruining your plans, right? And Spirit is saying here, inner worlds, your external world is a reflection of your inner world, which is kind of deep, you know, when you've got people in your space that you feel are limiting you, right? We have inspirational creation, alchemy, the elements, and innovation, right? So creating an inner environment where we can be inspired to create, getting enough sleep, you know, drinking enough water, physically taking care of ourselves. And I realize, you know, a lot of people are dealing with more than just getting enough sleep and drinking enough water here. But Spirit is saying, you know, just start with the simple things, all right? And go from there, because that you're being inspired to create more, pile number 2. And that's why you have this Fool energy. It's like you're being inspired to go in other new directions, and you have to be brave to do that. Okay, we have liberation, power, fulfillment, and self-attainment. Yeah, it's like you guys are finally realizing that when new situations come up that might be a little bit, you know, intimidating or scary, that, or just new situations that you haven't tried before, it's fine. You don't need to control every aspect of this, pile number 2, and you're realizing that your mind is getting free here. That's beautiful. We have Pluto and transformation, right? Going right along with Lord Shiva and that scorpionic energy. Okay, so liberating yourself so that you can be as creative and inspired as you want to be. The crazy thing is that nobody else can limit our creativity, all right? I mean, our time may be limited because we've got jobs and other things that we need to do, but literally no one can stop our transformation. Nobody can stop our soul's urge. And nobody can tell us what we're going to do with every minute and every second of our day, right? And there are times where you can just be free to be inspired and to create. And nobody else can really get in the way of it in those moments. Okay, pile number 2. And I think it's important that you know that, right? Ooh, we have heat. Look at this. The heat is on. And I said, it's with that air energy, that ultimate air energy of the Fool, and the Mars and Aries of the 2 of Wands. It's like, boom, combustible. It's the heat. It's the fire that spreads quickly. Pile number 2, okay? So get ready, because I feel like your life is about to kind of heat up here and speed up. And Shiva is saying, you know, don't let, you know, if something is postponed or something is, it may be for your benefit, pile number 2, because there's something better coming, all right? And there's something better coming down the way. And we have control and we have Pluto here. So there, you know, Shiva is saying, don't try to control this lightning in a box type of energy. Don't try to overly control it. Just be conscious of it and become liberated by it. And let yourself kind of dance in the flame, okay? I'm also seeing the number 51 here, or 54. I'm also seeing the number 66 or 65 here. I'm also feeling the number 11, all right? Somebody could have a birthday on the 11th, or it could be Aquarian energy, or November, Scorpio energy. But I feel like, yeah, I just feel like you guys are really taking off here. Things are really going to get moving for you, and you're going to be freed from whatever has been trying to control you, or whatever people you feel have been trying to postpone what you're trying to do. All right. So that is what I'm getting for you, pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed your reading, my darlings. And Shiva is not one to mess around with. Shiva's a serious one. So I'm glad you picked Shiva, because you got serious stuff to do here, pile number 2. So let's move on next to pile number 3. Okay, let's set it up. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose Krishna, and the word on your card is devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. All right, so I definitely feel like you guys are, your ancestors are watching you. People are watching you in general. People are seeing what you're doing and how devoted you've been. And I feel like you guys are going to be rewarded for that. Okay, pile number 3, there's a uniqueness about you that is unmatched, okay? Others cannot, you know, and I don't even feel, I feel like others love you, pile number 3. I don't even feel like others are trying to match you. I feel like they're actually supporting you and just watching you and being like, wow, you know? Pile number 3, look at how unique they are. Look how different they are, right? In a good way. It says, trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. Pile number 3. I feel like you guys are already on the path to success here. We've got share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, and expression. All right, so, you know, all the time that you've spent in the cave being devoted, being there, being a rock for others, helping others get through difficult times, the devotion that you've shown, the commitment that you have shown, it's like this has built you up to the person that you are today. Pile number 3, and Spirit is saying it's time to sound the fierce flute. Pile number 3, it's time to share your voice, okay? Ooh, we have 2 of Cups here. So for some of you, it's important for you to share your voice with others and to let others, and I think others are going to be very curious, honestly, about what you're saying. And I think you have a message of love and care and devotion, all right? And for humanity, it's like loving each other deeply, loving each other purely. And you do have a message to share about unconditional love, pile number 3, okay? And this is going to be very attractive to people, okay? They're going to be very attracted to this nurturing energy that you're going to be putting out there. And some of you, if you're single, I feel like you can meet someone through this process of sharing your voice, okay? And I do feel like the more that you get yourself out there and you show this devoted energy, this nurturing, loving, it's really like a Venus energy. So Taurus and Libra, Pisces and Cancer is kind of what I'm feeling in this reading. And, you know, Spirit is saying, like, you've shown how committed you are to the other. Now let us elevate your voice, okay? Yeah, the Hanged Man. Wow, pile number 3. Talk about water, definite water. Look at the beautiful water in this cave and this energy of devotion. It reminds me of, you know, Neptune kind of being the higher octave of Venus or Pisces type energy. Okay, and this is pure water energy with the Hangman. We have Venus and Cancer here with the 2 of Cups, and it's like, wow, you know, it's like light on, realizations, knowing, being in the flow with life, okay? And just getting comfortable with being uncomfortable at times, because that's where the growth is, and that's where the light is. That's where all your realizations and all of your ideas are coming from. Your willingness to be committed and to stick in there, pile number 3, is kind of where, it's not kind of, it's where you have gained a lot of spiritual knowledge. This is a very deep pile number 3, and you got a lot of wisdom to share with others, okay? Ooh, Tiger, look at this energy, right? This Tiger energy it's very lunar. It's very, like, when I say lunar, I mean the moon, right? It's very like Diana, like goddess Diana, Artemis, Cancer energy, but it's this energy of coming out at night to play and to stalk and to, you know, and to just reverberate with the energy, I feel like, as well, pile number 3. And yeah, it's like you guys are very strong and you're very focused. When your feelings are activated, you guys are very strong and focused, all right? And you don't give up easily, and Spirit is rewarding you for that. We have advancement. A strong energy is propelling you forward. Follow the stirrings of your heart. Yeah, this is coming out under share your voice. And this all has to do with following your heart. This water energy, this love, unconditional love. Follow your heart. A strong energy now pushes you forward. Some of you may have a tiger animal totem or a tiger in spirit that loves you, that follows you, that watches you and protects you, okay? And I feel like this tiger has been watching your progress and is saying, You know, you've done the work here. It's time to propel yourself forward. Ooh, intensity. I love this. Look at you bursting out here, pile number 3. Look at this journey, this advancement, all right? Because of your devotion, and I feel like some of you have been very devoted and unconditionally loving the people in your life, whether it be your family, your siblings, your cousins, your partner, if you're a kind of mystic or a teacher, it's, you know, your guru or your mentor or the people that listen to you, or it's like, you know, it's time for you to share your voice, pile number 3, okay? It's time for you to burst forth with this new intensity, all right? This being alive again, feeling alive again, sharing your voice. Yeah, we have 9 of Swords here with sorrow. So you guys have definitely gone through some loss. And I feel like some of you in pile number 3 have gone through some rejection, or where people have turned on you and you have felt rejected because of that. And, you know, or you've gone through some heartbreak in relationships as well, too. It could be family, friendships, romance. But, you know, I see that the pot is stirring here for you, pile number 3. And I see that things are changing and advancement is happening here. And it's kind of behind the scenes. Even when you're in your darkest time and you feel like you're not ever going to cross the threshold, Spirit is already laying the path for you. The Tiger is here. Okay, we have 6 of Swords here. We have the burden, right? So a lot of times it's like people telling you where to go and what to do, right? And how to live your life. And I feel like you guys are done with that, okay? You're done taking orders from everyone else. It's time to follow your own intuition, pile number 3. We have Celestial Assistant, Angels, Angelic Messages, Guidance, and Enlightenment, okay? That's coming out under this Tiger, right? An angel like a tiger, the Chariot, right? And you guys have multiple angels here working with you, assisting you. I just did a reading on activating your Merkaba. I feel like you guys are having that experience happen to you right now, or you already have, and it's just growing and expanding. And I feel like, you know, Spirit is here to assist you with anyone who would try to take you off your path, pile number 3, okay? They don't want you getting off your path here. We have breakthrough. Oh my gosh, a leap of faith, freedom, and new beginnings. Yep, this intensity and this advancement, all right? And this to me looks like Sedona. It looks like Arizona, Phoenix, Sedona. Like, this actually looks kind of like the Cathedral Rock Vortex in Sedona, which I totally love. And when we talk about breakthrough, you know, breakthroughs often come with really challenging realizations about somebody in our life that we've devoted a lot of love and attention to, but we realize that, you know, at times we realize that we've been following their way and we've been in a deep place of sorrow, and we've been listening to them and them pointing us in a certain direction over our own selves, right? Over our own guidance. And you're having a huge breakthrough about this. I'm also seeing the letter A here, and you're understanding that, like, you know, the way to go is through it and not around it, okay? And that's how you advance, pile number 3. You know that now. Ooh, here we go with the Aries I am, right? It's like your guys' reading started out with a lot of fire and a lot of water and devotional energy, and I feel like your reading is going to a place of fire now. It's going to an Ace of Wands, Aries kind of energy, okay? And it's burning off any sorrows or burdens that you have been dealing with, especially other people blaming you or other people trying to tell you which way you should go or how you should do things. Not anymore with this Aries I am energy. It's like beating your chest and saying, this is me, this is who I am, this is the direction I'm going, and this is it. right? And it's that simple, okay? And I think you guys are having a big breakthrough about who you are here and, you know, what you've done for others in the past and what you can do, right? It's like, I feel like a lot of you are going to be wanting to share your message very intensely with others. It's not going to be something that you can ignore anymore, all right? Like if you've been wanting to share or teach people about something, a certain thing, it's time for that to come out now. Yeah, we have clarity. So look at that, eyes wide open, right? Not saying as much at times when you're around certain people, so you can just listen to what they're saying and what they're not saying, right? That's also a huge way to get clarity. It's like when we're around certain people, sometimes we just need to be quiet and listen to what they're saying and also listen to what they're not saying, pile number 3, okay? And I feel like there's a couple people in your life right now that you may need to do that with. Some people that have been causing you a lot of worry, people that have been questioning you, that are questioning your intentions or what you're trying to do, people that have just really made you feel alone at times is what I feel. There's a couple people I feel like maybe in your life, pile number 3, or in your past where this happened, okay? And it's like your eyes are wide open now and you're like, I am. You had a huge breakthrough with this energy, all right? And it's because of your love for spirit and your devotion that you're receiving this spiritual guidance and these breakthroughs right now, okay? And that spirit is coming through to say, like, you are loved unconditionally. That's a huge breakthrough, pile number 3. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for coming to your reading. And bless you, pile number 3. If you found this reading resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. It does help me grow my channel. And catch me on my other channel, Power Moon Tarot. Link is in the description box. Thank you so much. Okay, let's move on to pile number 4. Let's do it. Okay, pile number 4, welcome to your reading. You guys chose Joan of Arc or the Voice of Truth. As soon as I dialed into your pile, all of a sudden I got a feeling of anxiety or dread. Are some of you having anxiety or dread about a conversation that you need to have or something that you need to tell someone? For some of you, I'm getting the word client. So do you have something that you need to tell a client or something at a job that you need to tell someone that is giving you a bit of anxiety right now that you need to give voice to, or just something in your life that you need to now verbalize here, okay? So we have this teacher, master teacher, Joan of Arc, Voice of Truth. And it says, stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. Pile number 4, throat chakra activation. Speak your truth, okay? And don't worry about what other people are going to say or do here. You know, it's about you. I feel like once you speak it, the fear or the anxiety is going to leave you, okay? So let's go ahead and see what else we're getting here for pile number 4 for guidance regarding wonderful Joan of Arc. I've always admired her. I always just thought she was amazing. So congrats for picking your pile number 4. Ooh, we have deep replenishment. Retreat, rest, and be held, all right? So Joan of Arc is offering you some flowers right now. She's saying, let's go swim with the dolphins. Let's swim with the whales. I know a lot of people don't swim with the dolphins anymore. I mean more, not literally, but figuratively. And let's go into our deep resting state and calm our nervous system is what I'm feeling here. It's like we need to take some deep breaths and we need to calm our nervous system. And I also feel like this pile needs to work on their posture too, so that their lungs can really feel open and they can catch their breath, okay? Yeah, that we have the Chariot. Talk about catching your breath. So you guys have been, you know, involved in some very fast moving, fast going situations. This could be a work environment. It could be a high stress environment here. And I feel like you guys are kind of examining things right now. You're like, is this really what I want to do? It's like you're running your fingers across the table and like seeing how it feels. And you're like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. I feel like something inside of me feels like it's pulling me away. Something inside of me kind of wants to go. I feel like a lot of you guys may be contemplating a move in career, or a move in general, or just a really big life, just resting after a really big life change for some of you in pile number 4, okay? We have 5 of Wands. Yeah, so something in the environment here has become a bit of a shit fest, all right? And I also just got the word accident. So I don't know if any of you guys here had an accident, had a car accident or some kind of accident on the job, or, you know, maybe you were working out and had a little accident, you know, just something that had a little accident while you're in motion. I mean, maybe I've done this a million times, like run into the end of the table and like bruise my leg, right? Could be as simple as that, right? But because this is a general reading, but I am getting that word accident, okay? And I feel like Spirit is saying you need to slow down here, and you need to calm your nervous system so that you're not in this kind of, you know, fight kind of energy, right? Where everything's a fight or flight, right? With the Chariot, it could be flight too, fight or flight. And, you know, at times I get that it feels like there are 2 opposing views here that just possibly cannot be reconciled, is what I'm getting, pile number 4. And Spirit is saying, yeah, you know, you need to calm your nervous system first and foremost. And you aren't wrong about this situation, pile number 4. Like, this is kind of a shit fest, you know, and Spirit is like calming your emotional body is where things need to go, and then getting something off your chest kind of from that space, okay? Oh yeah, we have the octopus. So doing too much with too many, like too little resources, right? I'm also seeing the number 7 here. Some of you could have that as a birthday or be a July baby. But I feel like, you know, you guys are doing a lot, and a lot of times you're very tired, all right? And whether it's work that's wearing you down, and sometimes like you have, you know, 8 arms here, and that whoever you're working with or spending time with expects you to do all of these things all at once, and do it with glee and energy and all of that. And some of you guys, the truth of the situation is that you're tired, okay? And a lot of times you don't know what kind of past life you're coming off of either. A lot of people go like, oh, well, you're so young or something, you shouldn't be tired yet, right? People don't know though. People don't know how much you had to fight in the past to get to where you are. People don't know that. And so they're like, you know, oh, why are you so tired? You seem young and refreshed and ready to go. But I think a lot of you guys are kind of, you know, needing to rest your weary eyes is what I feel here. Blue flame. Connect to the blue flame, which is the light of pure love within you, all right? So Spirit is saying connect with the blue flame. Now the blue flame, to me, if you meditate on the blue flame, you're meditating on your throat chakra. Now when some of you get very busy or overwhelmed with your environment, does your throat chakra, do you start to have like a raspy voice, or does your voice start to shake a little bit? Or do you get that kind of vocal fry in your throat when you're getting overwhelmed with your environment, all right? If you can tell there's something connected to your voice with that, Spirit is saying calm your nervous system and connect to meditate on the blue flame, because it's gonna help you get more flexible. The one thing about the octopus here is you can get a lot done and you can multitask, and you're very flexible. And that's a true asset to you, pile number 4, but it's like, what is it in service to, right? A shit fest, or to, you know, empowering your own path in life, right? We have transformation, we have the Death card here, and we have the Chariot. So something is going nowhere fast is kind of what I feel like you guys think. And I feel like a lot of you may think it's an end of a journey, it's an end of an era, or that you're almost ready to put this thing to rest. There's might be something going on that's been testing you here, I feel. Yeah, we have card 20, which is judgment and beyond illusion, right? So what if we knew that our environment around us, 333 on my clock right now, pile number 4, lucky you, that's a real manifestation number right there. It's real Empress energy. But, you know, beyond the illusion of the environment around us, which just seems to be continually a struggle, right? and, you know, cleansing yourself from that energy, from the rat race, from the 9 to 5, cleansing yourself from the struggle. And I feel like, you know, with Scorpio and Pluto here, with transformation and beyond illusion, it's like something is really moving and ending. And if you guys haven't just been through a major ending, then I feel like one is coming upon you. And I feel like some of you are no longer going to tolerate where you're at, okay? Yeah, we have conditioning here, and we have, this is the Devil card in this deck, and you have like a lion with a bunch of lambs, all right? So, you know, what happens when you have one hungry, huge lion and a ton of little lambs running around, right? And a lot of us get conditioned into this kind of fight or flight, right? And we're oblivious to it sometimes, right? About how much it's penetrated our very existence, right? And, you know, the truth of the matter is, in this card, is the lion looks like it's held down here. The lion looks pretty crabby because it's being held down or held back. And these sheep are just kind of climbing all over it, right? So it's important to think about our conditioning and what we've been set up to do, right? Like, have we been trained or conditioned in our family of origin to behave a certain way? Is it infiltrating our work environment as well, that same type of atmosphere? We have dreamscape, dream work, subconscious, and imagination. All right, so we have the butterfly, more transformation here. I feel like some of you guys are needing a trip, you're needing a vacation, you're needing to get away, and you're needing that deep replenishment that comes from a night of like worry-free sleep is kind of what I'm feeling, pile number 4. We have oneness, balance, patient, and the divine masculine, okay? So I feel like, you know, oneness here is talking about, like, you know, there's this energy to go, 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 and do more, right? And a lot of people feel like that's good in corporate America, or that's good in when you're thinking about your work and your job. And I feel like, you know, more recently than not, people are starting to understand that we do need deep replenishment. We do need places that we can escape and play. And we do need to rest our voices sometimes too. It's like, say what you need to say when the time is right. And then in other cases, rest and relax your throat chakra, okay? And, you know, and this kind of this divine masculine energy of just, we have to go, and it's, you know, do or die and no pain, no gain, right? I kind of feel that with the Chariot and the Death card. It's like no pain, no gain. This is all being asked to be transformed, because all of that kind of energy needs to be met with balance and patience, pile number 4. Okay, we have a void of course, moon, or missing. So I think, you know, you guys are just going to pull a fast one in a way. I feel like, you know, there may be people around you that aren't happy with what you're going to do, but I feel like some of you guys are just going to absent yourself from situations, and you're just going to be like, I don't like that energy. I'm not sticking around for that. Okay. And it's like, it's almost a bit of a disassociation in ways, I feel like, pile number 4, but it's like, you know, you're just going to kind of go into that empty space where you can fill it with whatever you want, is what I feel, pile number 4. We have specialization, okay? So as you become more specialized in what you do, and as you get even clearer, more discernment, more accurate, more precise, more specialized, I feel like the more that people are going to need you or want your services or wanting to be engaged with you, pile number 4. And Spirit is just saying here that, like, keep specializing, keep finding the thing that can really hold your attention and really keep your mind active here. And the topics and things that feel really juicy and inviting to you. Yeah, you want to really focus on those things. I'm getting a G and an M. Okay, here I'm getting an A as well. GMA. What is that? What's a GMA? But anyway, I feel like the more specialized and more technical you get, the more people are just gonna want you. Pile number 4, okay? And you're gonna have plenty of options here, and you're gonna be like, you know, the work that you do or the services that you provide or the energy that you bring is something very special, pile number 4. It's not just the technical side of the things that you know or do. It's more than that. It's like you've got the right touch, okay? You've got the right touch, baby. Love it when you turn me on, right? That's New Kids on the Block. Okay, so that is what I am getting for you, pile number 4. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please check out my other channel, Power Moon Tarot by Natalie H, which is in my description box below for more pick a card readings. And thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and take care, everyone.